If Only I Could by Anna Strange. Read and write like others. The little fairy Lily lived in the Sierra Nevada forest of California. Lily grew up learning to fly in between the tall ponderosa pines. All the fairies loved to fly high up into the sky. They were excellent at flying. Lily was no exception. Lily liked throwing magical fairy dust up into the air to make herself look like other creatures. Lily's favorite creature was a butterfly, because at least she didn't have to hide her wings. Fairies were also very good at reading, but no matter how hard Lily tried, she could not read. Learn your phonics, and then you'll be able to read, said other fairies. Dissect your words like a doctor in surgery, and you'll be able to read, others proclaimed. This did give Lily the skills to stitch the letters together and discover words. But the letters still pushed against each other in the wrestling ring for meaning. Like oil in water, the letters only came together for a moment before scattering to the wind. Lily even tried tossing fairy dust across the pages of her books. But the magic failed, and this made Lily frustrated. When Lily went to the fairy restaurant, she was scared of the menu. At the store, she was scared of the labels. Even her own book collection frightened her. Just hearing the word read made her muscles tighten and her jaw tense. When Lily would visit her friends at their fairy homes, Lily would leave early so she didn't have to play Scrabble or read a Monopoly card, even though she badly wanted to be with her friends. Lily wanted to be like other fairies. If only she could read, she thought to herself. I would be like other fairies. Lily flew off one day to a waterfall. Lily watched the waterfall splash. The birds came and got their feet wet. Lily thought the birds were so happy and free. I wish I could just be one of the birds, Lily whispered. As Lily murmured to the cold wind, feeling all alone, she felt a nudge against her arm. There's a little tree, and he wants to speak to me. Lily was surprised. Oh, little fairy, said the tree. Little fairy, what makes you so sad? I want to write and share what's on my heart. I want to read and understand what others have to say. At last, it seems to be my fate that every time I look at words, they all run away like skittish animals in an untamed forest. Little fairy, you should not be ashamed. Brains work in different ways. But little tree, how would you know? I bet words love to lounge in front of your nose. Life gave me a struggle that used to make me sad. You see how little I am for a tree? There's no more growing up for me. The wind blew me into this little crack, and I have no other place to be. Okay, little tree, what did being so little make you know? No matter how hard I push the rocky stone around me, I will only move it a little. This used to make me feel alone. How does that help me, silly creature of the wind? Well, you see, my silly friend, I used to wonder if I were a tree at all. Trees were tall, and I was little. They could touch the sky. They seemed much closer than I. I was thinking so very, very wrong, and this is why. The rock kept me little, but it also made me strong. It helped me understand the struggles of others, and this made me wiser. When the strong winds howl, I know I'm able to stand. I am surrounded by a rock, so when the wildfires come, I am protected. I am so different that when the pine bark beetle came to eat the trees, they didn't even think to bother with me. What I thought had cursed me really set me free. I thought I could not touch the sky, but now I realize the sky is so big it's touching me. Little fairy, we all have struggles that make us strong. So what makes you strong, little fairy? Well, I'm good at telling stories. I'm great at learning math. I love to listen to science and all the scientific facts. Because I'm different, it makes me want to understand. It helps me see when others are in pain. So little fairy, let your problems make you kind. Soon your kindness will become your strength to fight for what is right. Accept yourself for who you are, and you will see it is much easier to love others for who they are. Do not live in the ditches of your weakness, but rather run in the free air of your strengths. You are not as alone as you think. Now the wind no longer felt so cold to Lily. The little tree and Lily hugged each other. Friendship fixed what fairy dust could not. So if you ever see a little ponderosa pine tree growing in the crevice of a rock overlooking a waterfall with a butterfly sitting on its branches, it just might be Lily and her friend. The end. So now, my dear reader, what is it that makes you strong?